So this is Kevin James Bond and Mike Benton, and we are the dynamic duo that you've never heard of. But we're just here to talk about what's going on with maybe an upcoming recession. What do you think about this, Mike?
Well, I think we do have rising rates. We do have maybe hyperinflation as opposed to inflation, so it's moving pretty quick. I think that we could see signs of a pullback, but everybody has a different opinion on how fast we'll see a recession. And just like real estate is local, I think recessions can be local as well. And I think if you're set up right, you can, take advantage of a recession. And if you're not set up right, then a recession can hurt. How about you? What do you think?
I think that the Springs and Denver are both really in-demand markets. Millennials are the biggest buyer demographic that I'm aware of. They've reached their peak buying age, so I think that creates a lot of extra demand right now. And for the cities that are just highly appealing, like Colorado Springs, I think that I don't know that would make it recession-proof, but I think it helps. But as far as a possible recession, with the inflation being what it is, and with the Fed increasing the mortgage rates to try to recoup some of this money that they printed during COVID, I think a recession may end up being an inevitability. And in a recession, all that is just everybody collectively coming together. Well, not even coming together. They just say, I don't feel comfortable, or I don't feel safe with the economy the way it is. I don't feel safe with my money, with spending it. I'd rather save it. And so if everybody kind of feels that way, then that's really what's going to cause the recession. We've had the GDP has been at a little bit of a loss. I don't know how much the GDP went down for the first quarter of this year, but from what I understand, 2 quarters of a loss in the GDP would constitute a recession. So we're halfway there.
Right.
We could get there. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air because I think most people just don't know what to think right now.
Yeah, I think if you're looking at comparing, I think a lot of folks, look at their past to determine their future. I think that can be a valuable tool, but you need to have some other tools in your tool belt. One of those things being, the thing what I hear constantly is, hey, we're in a housing bubble. Well, what we see today in 2022 is not what we saw in 2007 to 2009, right? At that time, we had, the loans weren't the loans that we're doing today. The quality of the paper is much better today. We also had a lack of inventory, right? Today, we have a lack of inventory today, whereas in 2008 and 2009, there was tons and tons of inventory. So we didn't have the pent-up demand. As you mentioned, all these millennials and Generation X and Ys and all those, that generation that is of buying age, right? In their lower to mid 30s, right? They have money. And that's a lot of demand there that hasn't been capitulated through the market as of yet. And those people are, a lot of them are still on the sidelines. So yeah. I think that there's a lot of factors that are in the market today that I can still see us running up.
Yeah.
There we go.